BMW is a company that has given the world many first-class cars throughout its history, many of which rightfully hold iconic status. However, there are people who create absolutely incredible unique creations based on standard models. This video will talk about the most powerful BMW versions in the world, which are allowed to drive on public roads without restrictions. More power, more drive, more adrenaline. These are the main requirements when creating cars from the famous German tuning studio G-Power. G-Power is a tuning studio officially founded in 1983 by a father and son with the surname Grom. It all started back in the early 70s at an unremarkable gas station, which gradually transformed into a service center and a pilgrimage site for BMW enthusiasts. The company's developers have numerous cars that have become examples of high-class tuning, but I will tell you about the most notable creations. So let's start with the increasing extremity of the cars. The first hero is the BMW M3 G-Power Tornado RS. The base was the M3 and the E92 body, with a stock version having 420 horsepower. Any serious tuning starts, of course, with the brakes. The standard brakes were replaced with carbon ceramic ones with 6-piston calipers, adjustable suspension was installed, and 20-inch wheels with Michelin sports tires were added. But the most interesting part was, of course, the engine. Thanks to a new forged crankshaft, the volume was increased from 4 to 4.6 liters. Forged reinforced pistons were made in a special Formula 1 division exclusively for G-Power. The camshaft and valves are all made from the most durable materials. Even the unique intake manifold housing is made of carbon and weighs 4 kilograms, which is half the weight of the standard aluminum one. The core here is a very powerful compressor developed by G-Power with a working pressure of about 0.5 bars. The oil and water cooling systems were completely redesigned, and the exhaust system was made of ultra-light titanium. As a result of all these modifications, the M3 reaches a maximum power of 720 horsepower. This allowed this crazy rear-wheel drive car to accelerate from 0 to 100 kilometers per h in 3.7 seconds. But pay attention to the 0 to 200 kilometers per h acceleration time. It's just 9.5 seconds. With such modifications, even similarly powerful but lighter supercars like the Chevrolet Corvette Z06, Dodge Viper SRT, and even my beloved Ford Mustang Shelby GT500 are slower than this M3. The tuning ends with a stunningly beautiful aerodynamic kit made of carbon, which not only reduces weight but also increases the top speed to 330 kilometers per hour. I won't pronounce the cost of such a machine, I'll spell it out. I can't pronounce such monstrous numbers. The next car is a world record holder, the BMW M5 G-Power Hurricane R. This M5 from G-Power set a speed record for tuned sedans in 2010, reaching 231 miles per hour. To create the record holder, they took one of the best representatives of the BMW M5 family in the E60 body. Yes, exactly the same one owned by a very popular auto blogger who did not refuse the improvements that I will now list. So what was done? After overhauling the suspension and replacing the standard brakes with carbon ceramic ones, the tuners focused on the V10 engine installed in this M5 model. According to G-Power specialists, it is the most suitable for creating a super monster. Unlike the previous car with a single turbocharger, this monster was equipped with 2 to ensure that the pistons, connecting rods, crankshaft, and camshafts could withstand increased loads. It was decided to replace them with reinforced forged parts from Mahle. All this and many smaller changes allowed the power to be increased from 507 to 800 horsepower and to accelerate the Hurricane RR to 62 miles in 4.3 seconds. The sedan reaches 124 miles per hour in 9.5 seconds, after which the acceleration continues to a record 231 miles per hour. The Hurricane RR is a sports car, and the exact number of units produced is unknown. It is only known that now there is one less car. As many auto publications reported, a 40-year-old Frenchman flew off the road early Sunday morning on one of Germany's autobahns. The driver could not handle the powerful Hurricane RR sports car in a long left turn. The car lost control, and only a concrete barrier could stop it. Fortunately, the driver and passenger were not injured. Later, G-Power released an even more powerful version, the Hurricane RRS, with 830 horsepower. Interestingly, neither the Hurricane RR nor the Hurricane RRS are uncompromising and so-called carts that cannot comfortably transport their owner. Just look at this interior. The interior trim uses high-quality leather and Alcantara. All upholstery elements are hand-stitched, and there are even monitors for the rear passengers on Apple Elements. And this is in a car that can accelerate to an incredible 231 miles per hour. And how could we forget about the crossover in this super company? The BMW G-Power X6 Typhoon RS, based on the X6M in the E71 body. The specialists at G-Power decided to make the most extreme crossover in the history of the models. The standard 4.4-liter engine with 555 horsepower was deemed insufficient for tuning potential, so it was replaced with a mighty 5-liter V10 from the BMW M5E60. By installing a different crankshaft, the volume was increased to 5.5 liters. The original pistons were replaced with custom-made, high-performance forged and lightweight parts. The intake and exhaust systems, as usual, were also produced by G-Power. Two mechanical turbochargers fit under the hood like they were meant to be there. The engine control unit was also retuned, resulting in a total power output of 900 horsepower. All this is paired, believe it or not, with a 6-speed manual transmission. The automatic transmission simply couldn't handle the monstrous torque even after reinforcement. 900 horsepower with a manual transmission. How about that? All these changes enable the crossover to accelerate to 62 miles per hour in just 4.2 seconds. But the goal was maximum speed, and it is astonishing 205 miles per hour. This is one of the fastest figures in its class. The interior was also completely redesigned, 4 single seats made of carbon fiber, upholstered in high-quality leather and Alcantara. The base for the next supercar was the BMW M6 in the E60 body. The M6 G-Power Hurricane CS Ultimate Coupe was created as a one-off for a client from the Arab Emirates. The specialists at G-Power gave it their all in creating this monster. All this magnificence is built on their favorite 5-liter V10, which they managed to boost to incredible figures: 1001 horsepower and 900 nanometers of torque on the rear-wheel drive. This power was achieved thanks to the already known 2 proprietary G-Power superchargers, reworking the pistons, reprogramming the control unit, and many other changes, listing which would take a lot of time. If you can handle such power, at any press of the gas, even a slight one, the wheels spin. Due to the lack of all-wheel drive, realizing such power is extremely difficult. This car accelerates from 0 to 62 miles in an unimpressive 4.3 seconds due to traction issues, but once the rear axle stabilizes, it reaches 124 miles in just 9 seconds. The carbon fiber wide body kit, refined in the wind tunnel, helps achieve a top speed of 233 miles per hour. Very few supercars can reach such figures. Despite all this, the interior is entirely upholstered in leather, Alcantara, and carbon fiber. The price is not disclosed, but according to some auto publications, it exceeds $1 million. At the moment, G-Power builds the most powerful BMWs in the world and provides a warranty on all their models, which is a sign of confidence in their work. The vast experience G-Power has gained in creating superchargers has repeatedly helped their projects become speed record holders. I'm sure we'll hear more about them, but for now, I say goodbye. See you soon, guys.